much for being here today to participate in the joining of these two beautiful people. An occasion such as this is made so special by having you all be a part of this joyous event. We do know, however, that not everyone can be with us here today. In honor of those who could not be with us, and in special recognition of Keith's grandmother, Erica Lightman, we will now light a remembrance candle to represent her spirit and the spirit of all those we wish could be with us today. As they light the candle, please take a moment in your hearts to send thoughts, prayers, and love to those who are not in attendance with us today. I love you. We never say it enough. To our friends, to our family, and most importantly, to our partner. We never say I love you quite enough. We know this to be true because we wonder about it. We wonder if those we deeply care for know the magnitude of our love. We worry that if it all ended today, would they understand just how much space we set aside in our hearts, specifically for them. We all know this to be true because if it wasn't, we would never have that feeling. The feeling that makes you hug your loved ones just a little bit too tight. The feeling that makes you turn around and look just one more time before you leave for the day. But this is a good thing. That worry, that wonder, that longing, it is what makes us kiss goodbye, even though we already kissed goodbye. It's what makes us lose focus on the world when we hear that song, when we smell that smell. It's what makes us rush home at the end of the day, because there's only one person in this entire world that knows exactly how we feel and just what to make sure, what to say to make sure that we know it. We never say I love you enough because it can't be said enough. That's what keeps us coming back for more. Today is about saying I love you in the most magnificent way that we know how. Today is about standing on that mountaintop and declaring to the world, this is who I love and cherish like no other before and no other that may come. Coming together in the ceremony of marriage is our way of saying to each other and to the world that we have discovered that person whose heart is the mirror of our own. We do so, however, knowing that a mirror does not always reflect an exact image. Sometimes what we see is the opposite of ourselves. It is that sameness in harmony with that difference that makes this union so incredibly precious. Our relationship is a series of promises, from what time I'll pick you up, first time that we go out on a date, to I promise I'll be there in your darkest hour. A marriage ceremony is our way of saying to one another, you know all those promises that I've been making to you? Well, I mean them, and I want you to hold them to me. No love is perfect, because if it was, you would have no room to grow. And we must remember that in that growing, two trees cannot grow in the shade of one another. They must find their own sunlight, their own nourishment. But if we embark on that search together, we may grow in our own direction, but all the while our roots grow ever more toward. Marriage is not a promise to be perfect. It is a promise to be forgiving of each other's imperfection. You stand here today as two people who may not know much about what life holds, but you know who you want to take that journey with. The writer Richard Bach once wrote, a soulmate is someone who has locks that fit our keys and keys that fit our locks. When we feel safe enough to open the locks, our truest selves step out, and we can be completely and honestly who we are. We can be loved for who we are, and not for who we are pretending to be. Each unveils the best of the other. No matter what else goes wrong around us, with that one person, we're safe in our own paradise. Our soulmate is someone who shares our deepest longings, our sense of direction. When we're two balloons and together our direction is up, chances are we found the right person. Our soulmate is the one who makes life come to life. Marriage means being yourselves. Being yourselves as you exist in the most precious of partnerships. It means being true to your word, faithful to your heart, and forever a fighter for the one you stand here with today. As Dr. Seuss once said when asked how someone knows they're in love, you know you're in love when you can't fall asleep, because reality is finally better than your dreams. Today, in this moment, Keith and Kelly stand here with you, making their dreams. Kelly, please repeat after me. I, Kelly, take you, Keith, to be my beloved husband. To have and to hold you, to honor and treasure you. To be at your side in sorrow and joy, in good times and bad. Side.
Say it again.
In sorrow and joy, in good times and bad. To love and cherish you always.
To love and cherish you always.
I promise you my heart for all the days of my life. Keith, please repeat after me. I, Keith, take you, Kelly, to be my beloved wife.
I, Keith, take you, Kelly, to be my beloved wife.
To have and to hold you, to honor and treasure you.
To have and to hold you, to honor and treasure you.
To be at your side in sorrow and joy, good times and bad.
To be at your side in sorrow and joy, good times and bad.
To love and cherish you always.
To love and cherish you always.
I promise you my heart for all the days of my life.
I promise you my heart all the days of my life.
Do you have the rings? Keith, please place the ring on Kelly's finger. Keith, do you take Kelly to be your wedded wife to live together in marriage? Do you promise to love, comfort, honor, and keep her, for better or worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful only to her, so long as you both shall live?
I do.
Kelly, please place the ring on Keith's finger. Kelly, do you take Keith to be your wedded husband to live together in marriage? Do you promise to love, comfort, honor, and keep him, for better or worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful only to him, so long as you both shall live? By the powers vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Keith, you may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and my privilege to be the very first to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Keith and Kelly Martin.